Hi guys, this is Jennifer Null again. Welcome back. Today we're going to make roses. Hi guys, we're going to make roses today. Not your Alan Dunn kind of roses, but just your normal filler-upper roses. You know, everybody starts off with this icing making their first rose. I'm going to show you how to make a rose without a cutter, without a mold, just with your basic fingers pinching it out. So here's an example over here. And this you can do sitting in front of the TV with a tray on your lap, very easy. So what do we need for this basic rose? Basically we need some wholesome, which is vegetable fat, some glue if you really need it. Sometimes I can get away without using glue, and your fingers. If you haven't already, just go back and watch my first video and tells you how to make the paste, how to make the glue, and what you're going to need. Okay, so here I've got some paste that I've already pre-made, and we're going to use the blues, you know, the soft pastel colors that we like. And I've taken a bit of that, and when you start with your paste you always want to work it in a bit, because when it sits it goes really hard. So with your body temperature and your fingers you work it in a little bit so that it goes softer again. And as I'm doing that, if it gets sticky, use a little bit of your wholesome. Now I'm going to pinch off enough to make a little bud. And as you can see, I'm busy rolling it into a ball and then rolling it on the one side. And there I've got my bud ready to start my rose. Okay, now I've got a little bit of icing over here in my hand and I'm rolling it into a little ball. Remember, this is just a pinch rose, so you can sit in front of the TV and do this. And once I've got my little ball, I'll just take some more wholesome on my fingers and I start pinching away. And slowly my ball starts getting a bit bigger and bigger, and the edges you can actually pinch super fine, and you leave the bottom of this a little bit thicker just for added strength for your rose. Now from here we take this petal. It's not a perfectly cut petal, but it's going to still produce an awesome result. And I'm going to take my bud and I'm going to place my bud inside my petal on the left hand side. Now the important part over here is to remember that when you start rolling your petal and your bud, you don't want to expose your bud at all. So you've got to make sure that your bud doesn't show. And you go around, and there, that's your first petal on. Now comes the repetitive motions, and you're going to take another ball and you're going to start pinching that one out. Pinch. And see, this is when you sit in front of the TV and you just do this without even thinking. Eventually, by the end of the evening, you have a whole bunch of roses in front of you and like, oh, I made this. It's awesome. Great. And now I'm going to put my next petal on, and I've got it over there. Now with this petal and the following petal, I want to do like a sort of a cupping. So I'm going to do one petal like this and one petal like that. So here we go, another ball, and start pinching it out. If you are a perfectionist and you just can't see yourself doing this, You can cut out petals on a mat or get a cutter. There is no must do it this way in the world of icing. Personally, I like doing it this way because it's sort of got that natural quality to it. You know, it's not perfect. So you've got your own spin on your own roses. It's almost like leaving your own fingerprint on your work. So, got 2 going. Speed up this process a little bit. Rolling a ball, pinching out. Now, after I've done those 3 petals, the next one is quite important. The next one I'm going to take and I'm going to put around, and I'm going to take this petal, I'm going to push it outward, and I'm going to pinch it like that. There we go, we've got the forming of a beautiful rose. So, next petal. Now this will save you tons of money. If you go to a baking shop, you'll pay quite a bit for a little rose like this. So if you can do it at home, whether you're an advanced baker or been doing it just for a while, or whether you're just a stay-at-home mom and you just want to do your child's own cake, you can do this. As I'm working, I keep on just pressing it down on my mat, and you'll see, well, that's not the bottom of a bud, but I'll show you later what happens with that. This is just making it a bit easier. So here we go, I'm doing some more. 3rd one now going around. If there's anything specific that you'd like to know about the roses, just comment below. You're welcome to ask me, I will be answering. There we go. You've got your first tiny rose. Beautiful. You can do this. I know you can do it. Just try. Now, I'm taking that whole piece over there and I'm going to be twisting it. As I'm twisting it, I'm pinching it. And there we go, I'm pinching it off. Done. First little rose. So, there's the rose done. First rose done. Just leave in the comments your feedback on how your first rose went, or go to my Facebook page and post a photo for me. I love to see the end result of my students' work. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something really tricky, and this is a well-kept secret in icing. I've got my florist's wire, and I'm going to clip off with tongs a piece of my florist's wire, and I've folded it over and I've pinched it together just to add that extra bit of hook. And I'm taking my lighter and I'm burning the end of my wire. It gets nice and hot. Please be careful, this can be quite dangerous if you get the wire against your skin. And I'm inserting it into my bud. There we go, you just hold it in place for a little bit while it's busy setting. Now you can take the long route and take your wires and stick them in glue and stick them in your roses. But if you're making really big roses like this and you start hanging them upside down to get all your petals right, the chances of them just going plonk is very, very high. So we've adopted this new method of just burning the wire and sticking it in, because now it's instantly sitting over there. So by heating it up, the icing has now melted and set and bonded with your wire. And when you stick it in, it kind of smells a little bit like burnt marshmallows, toasted marshmallows by the fire. And I can put it now in my polystyrene. There we go. Okay, so this is just the basic rose that you've learned, and in the videos to come we'll cover a few different other roses. I've got some frilled roses over here. I've got a giant rose that I want to teach you how to make. It's dusted and everything. And we've got rolled roses over here. So this is a balloon of rolled roses. So stay tuned, and we're going to be doing lots more. And the number one thing about this is be positive. You know, when you do a job like this, you've got to say to yourself, yes, I can do it. Don't tell yourself, well, maybe, or I'm going to try. Tell yourself, yes, you can do it. And I promise you, 70% of doing this stuff is just having the confidence to go out and try it. Thank you for visiting me for today and learning how to do a simple rose. And I'm looking forward to the next chapters. We're going to cover roses for the next 2 videos. So join in, subscribe, like. Looking forward to seeing you again.